Located on the Nareva River in Bosnia and Herzegovina, Mostar is best known for its iconic Old Town Bridge that sits so picturesquely in the Herzegovina hills. But Mostar has so much more to offer than just one old bridge. So in this video, we'll share with you the 10 best things to do and eat when you come to Mostar. All in this episode of Lucas World Travel. Now we're Kendra and David Lucas, and we're on a journey to explore all of the Balkan countries and Eastern Europe. After exploring Slovenia and Croatia, we're headed to Bosnia and Herzegovina, country number 29 on our world tour. But getting there from Dubrovnik, Croatia was not all smooth sailing. So let's see what happens when things don't always go as planned. Well, change of plans. Online it says that there was a bus to Mostar at 5:15. Turns out there's only one bus a day going to Mostar, and that's at 8 a.m. So we decided, instead of spending 150 euros to take a taxi, that we would just stay overnight. We got this lovely rental for $44. And it's a cute rental. So what I'm learning from these experiences with the bus is that it is good to buy your bus tickets a day in advance to verify the time and to make sure you can get that bus ticket like you think you should. Another travel lesson learned the hard way. Luckily, we had booked 7 days in Mostar, so we had plenty of wiggle room to still get our sightseeing done. So we've arrived in Mostar, and the first thing we're going to do is a walking tour. We find that these walking tours are so useful to get a good lay of the land and to learn some history about the place. When you just walk around aimlessly, things don't have a meaning and they can't really affect you at a deeper level. So always recommend taking a walking tour when you can. Our guide in Mostar was especially good as he was able to share his personal experience fighting in the Yugoslav War in the 1990s. He is a tremendous storyteller, sharing his stories of bombings and funerals done under the cover of nightfall. His tour is truly enlightening and gets our highest recommendation. So if you're interested in taking a tour like this for yourself, links are in the description box below. The most iconic spot in town is the Old Bridge, which translates to Stari Most in the local language. And up close you can see how dramatic the arch of this bridge is. They made the bridge this high of an arch because sometimes the river floods and the river will go quite high. So the floor has these treads because it's angled up and angled down, and it's easy to slip and fall. So they put these here for traction. In addition to be a wonder of engineering, this bridge also has wondrous views and a fascinating tradition of bridge jumping.
So we're told there are folks that come out here every Sunday at different times of the week, and they actually jump off of this bridge into the water below. But it's the technique that makes this jump so difficult. They have to act as though they're flying, and then they have to straighten up and land into the water with their feet closed and their head looking up. Otherwise, they might over-rotate and harm themselves when they hit the water.
It's only a 7-second drop, but can be a dangerous one. So you do have to be tested for proficiency and registered before you can jump. On either side of the old bridge, you can browse the beautiful wares of the Old Bazaar, which has so many colorful carpets, teapots, and lamps to see. You can pick up a nice souvenir or get a unique handmade piece of local art here. So behind me is the Crooked Bridge. This bridge was originally built in 1558 and was the first bridge built in this region, Mostar. This is actually the original old bridge. They replicated this design a few years later on the iconic Stari bridge that we know so well today. Now, Mostar has some of the best food in the Balkans, and we highly recommend trying the national dish and some Bosnian coffee at Sardavan restaurant. Wow, look at this.
That's great.
This is the national plate, guys, and it looks beautiful. And David got the trout plate. They gave him 2 whole fish. Can you even eat 2 whole fish?
We're gonna see. I'm gonna do everything I can to eat 2 whole fish.
All right, let's give it a try. I don't even know where to start. It is so delish. Wow. The meat's really tender and flavorful. And every little sample is just amazing. In case you were wondering, that was super good. So this is the Bosnian coffee.
Put this out. Sugar you're putting if you like, if you want. 1, 2, depends. And first you mix this a little bit, not too deep.
See, we would have messed up. Okay. I'm glad we asked for instructions.
You want the sugar?
Yeah.
Without.
Without.
And now it's ready for drink.
So David took his without sugar and it about killed him. So I don't play like that. Luckily, we asked the waiter to teach us how to do it because I was about to do this all wrong. This is the candy you're supposed to eat afterward to kind of, I guess, end that bitter taste. David says I should get 2 things of sugar, so here I go.
Remember, stir the top of it.
Oh, okay. Learn something new every day.
I think if you stir it down to the bottom, you get the grounds.
You get the grounds.
No. It's about there.
All right, here's mine with 2 sugars.
It's tasty too.
I think 2 sugars is too much. It's more like candy than coffee.
I only have 1 sugar. Well, I just put in 1 sugar because the first time was too bigger, and now it tastes perfect. So it's tasty though. With 1 sugar, it's smooth.
I'm not big on coffee, but I do enjoy this, and it was a fun experience.
Kinder's gonna have the shakes in about 5 minutes.
That's true. The caffeine in coffee literally makes my hands shake. Even in green tea, I really can't have caffeine.
Cheers. We're in Bosnia.
Another restaurant we loved was Konoba Tourist. Not only does this traditional tavern have a beautiful limestone roof, which is unique to Mostar, it also has a beautiful view of Cricket Bridge and some delicious local food. This place gets 2 big thumbs up from us. And if you'd like a great place to get a drink with an old bridge view, try Terraza Restaurant and Bar. Next up, we went to see the Koski Mehmed Pasha Mosque to admire the beautiful painted dome and stained glass windows of the mosque. The true highlight, though, is climbing up the minaret to get stupendous views of the old bridge and the river landscape. See just how tiny the space is up here.
If you decide to climb up the tower, you just need to know that it's very narrow, a lot more narrow than you think it is. It was a tight fit for me to get up, and also I had to take a couple of breaks as I was climbing up. I had on one of those tight masks, so I needed a break. It was a lot of steps.
So this mosque is set up specifically for tourism. So you can actually go in with your shoes on, see the architecture of the mosque. The view from the garden is nice as well. And for the cost of 12 marks or 6 euros, I highly recommend it. So this region is known for its pomegranates. So you gotta stop and get some fresh pomegranate juice. It is so tart and delicious and loaded with vitamin C. So good for you. David has taken to just eating the whole seeds straight out the fruit.
They're delicious. It's really, really good. We were told that this was the best pomegranate juice in the city. We haven't tried all the ones in the city, but it's really good.
It's really good. Kayak the river if you dare. It looks kind of fun though. If you like stunning viewpoints, you should also make the climb up to the Millennium Cross. So it takes about an hour to walk up here, but since we had a rental car, we were able to drive directly here, and it's worth the drive. This view is amazing, and this cross is quite large and impressive as well. This is the road to go zip lining. Man, is it narrow, and look, two-way. So you have to pull to the side to let people pass. And this road is a lot more busy than the one to go up to the cross. So we're up here on the top of a mountain, about to do something we've never done before. Zip lining!
Zip lining.
And we chose one of the highest zip lines for our first one. So we're just insanely crazy. We should have done one of the easy mall ones first. But we're gonna put our nerves to the test and just go flying 400 meters over the world. Let's go. Okay, let's do it. 1, 2, 3.
So that was my first time ziplining, and I liked it a lot. I don't think I'll do it again, but I did like it quite a bit. It was exhilarating, and it went by kind of fast, but it was still very beautiful. I got a chance to look around while I was going, and yeah, it was quite the experience. It's something I've checked off my list, and I don't think I have to do it again. What about you, Kendra?
That was crazy fun. So I have this thing, if I haven't done something, a part of me just like, I'd have to do things just at least one time. And zipline was one of those things. Why I had to take one of the longest, highest zip lines in the world, I don't know. But so once the guy let me go, I was so scared. And I was scared for about 5 whole seconds. And then I was just sitting there and I was like, oh, this isn't so bad. I'm just sitting here. It was exhilarating, the feeling. And I didn't make it to the end. I think I had bad body position and the wind was blowing, so I didn't make it all the way to the end. I had to grab the rope and pull myself in, and once I got to the ground, I was like, I did it. I was so proud of myself. I'm gonna be proud of myself for months and months for doing something like this. It's like an exercise in becoming fearless and becoming courageous. I like to do things that scare me because it pushes my limits and it helps me grow. And that's the thing, I want to grow into the strongest, most confident Kendra that I can be. And ziplining is an exercise in that. So, in addition to ziplining, Fortica Zipline has a cafe and an amazing viewing platform. Lastly, we recommend taking a day trip to Blagaj, Krvice Waterfalls, and Potatelli. These places are incredible and just a short drive from Mostar. We'll be posting our full guide to these destinations next week, so please like, subscribe, and ring the bell to see when we post the next one. We were really surprised by how much beauty, history, and unique activities that Mostar has to offer. This place has stories to tell, and I'm so glad we came to listen to them. Up next, you can continue watching our full Bosnia playlist on the top there, or our full Croatia playlist is below. And if you want to see where in the world we are right now, follow us on Facebook and Instagram for our current location and latest pics.